And now, the Greg Wiener Podcast with Imran Sheikh.
I thought you want to try video this time, or you want to?
Yeah, no, I think we were gonna try the video, so it would probably help us with. You can't see me. Hold on.
I cannot see you. Now I can see you.
Yeah, can you see my fucking turkey neck? I've grown a turkey neck from losing too much weight. Okay,
That's what happens with rapid weight loss, my friend.
It hasn't been rapid. It's been over like 8 months.
That's why you got to be super careful when you see a chick who's just a little. Her like face belies that. Oh, there's some chub going on there, but her body is skinny. Because you know what's going on. Because you know what's going on is she lost a lot of weight and she's got.
But she lost it in the face and not in the body.
There's flab going on.
So what's wrong with that? Everyone loses weight in different stages. Why am I supposed to be afraid of this person?
Well, it's deception. She's deceiving you.
How is she deceiving me?
Because she's wearing this really cute dress that hides all her flabby parts, loose skin areas, her bodily turkey necks. And what that does is that's concealment. You got to be upfront about that. I'm not saying this is specific to women either. Guys do this too, and it's wrong.
I think I have a theory. My last girlfriend, we had like the night where we eventually got together, and, the clothes came off and we fooled around, and she passed out like in the middle, and it was the first time she saw me without a shirt, and like I was like, oh baby, this is a work in progress.
Okay,
because I wasn't ripped by any stretch of the imagination. I don't remember what I look like. I mean, I'm never ripped. Well, I've been fat, and I'm going to deal with it again. Because I feel like I'm one of those people that lives a lie with their clothing. Like, I've had people say, wow, you look really in shape, but I'm not.
I know, like myself. A few things on this. One, again, is this something you want to be talking about legally on air, that she passed out while she was with you in the middle of lovemaking? Is this something you really...
We weren't in coitus. We were in pre-coitus, and
she passed out because you had drugged her.
She passed out. You're a real fire starter today, aren't you, there, Imran?
All I'm saying, and second of all,
you're starting a lot of trouble, buddy. You really are.
Second of all, as far as pillow talk goes, this is a work in progress, baby. I love that you tried to spin it as like a good thing. Like some dude being like, you like my abs, or you like my bicep, you like how my pecs ripple? You're like, I'm a work in progress.
Yeah, those were my exact words. When I tried to become a cop, that's when I went to the gym.
Back up.
What?
Back up.
What'd I say?
When did you try to become a police officer?
When I got rejected from outside Mullingar.
What?
It's so funny to take it out of context and blame that kind of career choice on being rejected from one play. What?
You were in outside Mullingar.
Maybe the one in your little weird fantasy, but not in IRL.
I do have a tendency to confuse fantasy Greg with real life Greg. I'd like to give a shout out to Matthew Pavoni, who shared the Greg Wiener podcast with Imran Sheikh on his network and highly recommended us.
What?
And told people to listen in. Matthew Pavoni is a good friend of mine, someone who I look up to and respect a lot. And so I just wanted to give a shout out. Matt, thank you. Thank you for the love. Thank you for sharing. And thank you for listening. And I hope as you hear this, you, like and subscribe and share.
Thanks, Matt. I don't know you, but I'm glad you must really like Imran. He's a certain brand. He's got to get under your skin a certain way.
Yeah, I borrowed into Matt's skin. Matt is someone who I worked for a number of years, and he
doing what?
I'll leave it at that.
What'd you do?
Well, I worked at a bookstore with Matt. He was my boss.
Bookstore, right?
Later, yeah, Greg, because people can see you do the air quotes. And also he...
I do feel a little bit like I'm being recorded, so I am more animated, even though none of this is being recorded. But
you got a face for radio, kid.
I got a face. I got a turkey neck. Do you see this? Can you see the turkey neck? So you worked in a sleeper cell, but it was a bookstore front.
Right, run by an Italian dude from Scotch Plains, New Jersey.
Yeah, no one would ever know. Good.
No one would ever know.
Good.
And then Matt left the bookstore and worked for a publishing company, which I will not name because I don't want us to get sued.
Why would we get sued for mentioning a publisher's name? Publisher.
Oh, I don't know, Greg. Maybe it was the 5-minute riff on women incurring weight loss. And
how would we be sued? We never talked about one particular. What is the entire female race going to sue us? What are you talking? No.
They could do a class action lawsuit.
Where do you
against
base? Really?
If you get like 10 women who are like, you know what, these guys are jerk offs, we're gonna sue them. They could sue us
for what?
I mean, they'd lose, but we'd be raked over the coals. Well, you'd be raked over the coals. You're the host. This is your show.
Yeah, your name's on it now too, buddy. So sorry.
Listen, I was just following orders. All right, I was just doing what I was told.
Yeah, well, the Nazi soldiers that said they were just following orders were convicted of fucking war crimes, and most of them were put away. Hey, you brought it up, pal. You brought up the Holocaust in your own fucking way, and I am on it.
That's a big leap, my friend.
I don't think so. You know what you're doing. You know what you're doing. You're very manipulative, Imran. You know what you're doing. You are. Drink. What are you drinking? Is that curry? Water?
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. You've heard of coconut water.
You've
heard of almond water.
Yeah, here's curry water.
Good for you.
Camel comes in with a bucket. Do you think we should do like a disclaimer at the beginning of the show that all this comedy, these references, these racist jokes are not in earnest, that we are poking fun at racism itself, and that we don't really, these aren't our views? Do you think we need to do that?
I don't know, because I was thinking about that, and it's like, you know what it does to me? I think you're right. Let me just say that. Logically, I think you're right. But, like, it gives me flashbacks of when I look at dating profiles. And people.
Sorry, I had to mock.
It just gives me flashbacks of when people on dating profiles write things like, I am a lawyer, I like eating sushi, and I'm very funny. I'm very or I'm the sarcastic one in the group. Good. Yeah, just hey, do you wanna cough some more while I'm trying to?
Okay, so I turned down the level, and if you had a brain, by the way, what kind of fucking headphones are those? Those aren't even Apple EarPods. They're like shitty little $5. What are they?
They're Sony, motherfucker.
Oh, they are Sony. Okay, but I mean, don't you want like professional headphones?
I'm too cheap to get real headphones.
Yeah,
these service me just fine. Why should I get crazy expensive headphones? Yeah. I mean, the mic equipment I'll splurge on, but the headphone equipment, who the fuck cares?
You're rocking some nice grays in your hair too, buddy.
Oh, you can see them?
Oh yeah, I can see all of them.
It's because I washed my hair today. Whenever I wash my hair, the grays pop.
Really?
Yeah. Well, because the oils kind of cover the gray. I mean, it's not like you still can't see the grays if I haven't washed my hair. You still can, but they're not as visible. I can see that you're bored.
No, I'm not. I'm just trying to think of something racist to say back. I mean, what oil? Well, the oil, is this because of your Pakistani upbringing or your heritage?
People. No, my face gets really oily. I have a hardcore T-zone. It gets super oily. It's like an oil slick my face.
Do you do masks and shit like that?
No, but when I'm shooting in front of the camera on TV sets,
which is how you pay your bills, by the way.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Not everybody can say that. Go ahead.
I don't, actually. I tell makeup artists, I'm like, hey, listen, just so you know, I'm not just saying this, but you will have to, like, hose me down every other take. You're going to have to, like, powder me down or whatever, because...
What a rough life for you. It's... God. Oh, you got a sweaty forehead on set, huh? You have people wiping you down.
It's embarrassing, Greg.
Oh, yeah. I can't imagine. You know what's embarrassing?
What?
Being a 65-year-old woman who lives in a trailer, having to work at Waffle House and being treated like shit by the high school quarterback and cheerleader after they get done with prom.
Listen.
And she's humping a 8-hour shift there at Waffle House. She started earlier at Denny's or Ponderosa or some depressing restaurant. That is depressing, sir. I have to put perspective on it. These rich people, your people, you know, obviously you have money.
Obviously.
You don't understand hard work, but your T-zone is very tough.
Yeah, but does she have to, like, wipe down her face every 5 minutes while she's quote unquote humping this 8-hour shift.
Imran,
Graphic, by the way, for you to see that word.
She has bunions on her feet. Every step she takes is painful.
Well, A, she needs to get Dr. Scholl. B, get better sneakers. I mean, you're working 8-hour shifts at Denny's. You're making some money. Reinvest into your shoes.
What happened to the compassionate Imran I met?
He's there. I'm totally compassionate.
You know, the other thing
I
is
don't think
that
those kids should be making fun of her. But you know what? What are you going to start doing? Not letting kids come into the restaurant? That's illegal. That's discrimination. You can't do that.
The restaurant. Is that really what? Are you being ironic in pronouncing restaurant, or was that serious? Because that came out with ease.
I enjoy pronouncing things as if though I am an elderly Upper West Side resident. But I've been doing that type of character for years. My ex, who I have deep abiding affection for and love.
Does she listen to this podcast?
I hope not.
Well, how could she? You probably didn't tell her about it.
Actually, I don't know. She must. I don't know if she's looking at my Facebook page. I don't look. I do look at her Facebook page on the regular, but she doesn't post that much.
Do you? So you regularly stalk women?
Not
really stalk, but hold on a second. Did I get that part? Did I get it? Come on, open up and tell me I'm gonna have extra money.
Are you fucking
shoot,
checking?
They design and create. This is the 1:15. Filming for one day, May 31st, June, blah, blah, blah. We'd love to consider you for a police officer role. Wow, interesting. We discussed rate over the phone briefly. What is your normal day rate for something like this? Also, may you please send us your...
Welcome to the Greg Wiener podcast, where we discuss Greg's acting career.
We discussed your T-zone on set, you little prissy fucker. So, yeah, we're in the middle of the workday here, people, and sometimes we got to attack problems and emails, and we got to follow up and make sure that we sink the basket and get that job, okay?
I think it's incredibly rude that you're checking your email while doing this podcast. You don't see me checking my email or my phone.
It just came up.
Go ahead, Greg, keep talking.
It came up.
Yeah.
We're going to do a shoot with the anchor, global leader, the design. We'd love to consider you for the role of the police officer. We discussed right over the phone briefly. The rate is fine.
Welcome to the Greg Wiener Resume Hour, brought to you by GregWiener.com.
Plus 750.
You're not seriously replying to an email.
I am right now. Yes, I am. Abso-fucking-lutely. We can cut it out if we have to. I have to send a headshot. Listen, money's money, buddy. Not everybody can have their posh little Amazon news job that you record every single day of your life and make real good money at, and then you've got 2 shows in production in New York that you've never even talked to me about. So suck it, pal. I went onto your IMDb to try and write a bio for you on your behalf because we were approached. We were approached by some podcasting group, and they wanted a bio on you and I, and
really?
I wrote.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I don't know what it's for, what the exposure is. I'm a little backed up in the mucus department right now.
Oh, right. Sure. Yeah. Right.
So I apologize for that.
That's pretty cool, man. That's pretty rad.
Yeah, no, I know. And nice of your friend to give us a shout out as well.
Matthew
Pavoni. How did I not see the share that he did?
Well, you're not his friend, so it wouldn't show up in your feed.
Yeah.
Because he shared the post that I made that you told me to take down because it was offensive.
Oh, you want to talk about that right now? Hot shot?
Nah, we don't need to talk about that.
All right. I thought you were getting real set in your ways now. You were feeling yourself. You were feeling the gusto with which you made that post.
I'm already putting out 2 fires on Facebook now.
Do you want to get into that?
No, I do not want to get into that.
Why don't you want to get into that post?
All right, let's get into it.
You blatantly posted. Why don't you read the post and read it? Don't read it like you read the essay.
All right, here we go. Ready? So this is my post that I post. Okay. Damn, you guys! All your photos of your moms has got me taking a cold shower or 2 here. Hashtag if you know what I mean. I figured at least 1 or 2 of you would have MILFs. That's just statistics. But damn, I was not ready for the sheer volume this year. Please keep posting pics throughout the day so your mom can be appreciated. I'll be appreciating as much as I can. I make this post.
Okay, what was you knew exactly what you were doing when you posted that, obviously.
Okay, you said that. You said that. I knew exactly. What am I doing, Greg? Tell me what I'm doing when I post that.
Well, you're objectifying people's mothers on Mother's Day, and you're lusting after people's mothers on Mother's Day, and then putting it all over Facebook. So it's a form of trolling. It's not really, because you don't, but you do mean it. It's a very interesting social experiment that you performed, and of course, lots of women just completely are up in arms and hashtag me tooing you left and right. And
whoa.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I don't think anybody said me too, but
I know somebody did me too me.
Did they really? Did. I thought you were kidding when you said that.
No, I'm dead serious. Someone me too.
Yeah, I mean, you know the climate. You knew what was going to happen.
What in that is so offensive? Yeah, don't gargle semen before recording a podcast, kids.
Don't play basketball for an hour and 40 minutes, which is what I just did. So, like,
my name is Greg Wiener. I work out. I play basketball.
I haven't played basketball in 10 years.
Excuse me. I gotta check my email because I just got an offer to do this gig or whatever. Click. We get it, Greg. We get it.
See, what you're doing there by mocking me is what you did on Facebook.
That's not.
But it was so brave what you did, because you were like, you know what? And you didn't even put a disclaimer or a JK at the end. You just put that little piece of fucking dynamite out there and you just watched it explode. Look at you. You're a fucking troll. Look at you. I wish people could say you are. You're laughing at how you angered people. God damn. That's what you're laughing at.
No, I'm laughing because everyone else is laughing with me. Everyone gets the joke.
Right. Exactly. But not everybody gets it. I get the joke. I know you're not serious, but those who we will not name don't get it. Even if they think you're joking, they don't approve of you putting it out there because of the objectification of women. So you can't make that joke. It's like what we were talking about on the last episode. I think it was either 4 or 5 with why you can't say what was it?
The N-word.
Wow.
Accoutrement.
Thank you. Accoutrement. And you were comparing that to how you wouldn't say the R's and the L's.
Can you give me an example? Can you quote me directly?
I know you said Gleg. Tell me, terror. You changed the L's to R's.
Listen.
We're going to hell, kid. That's just it. We're going to hell. But it's fine because we're not really right. Listen, we've both been fucking victimized by fucking racist scumbags in this cocksuck of a country. So I think we can make a few fucking jokes. Okay? So anybody who's like, that Jewish and Muslim are racist. Fuck off. Go away. Don't download our fucking podcast, okay? Eat a dick. Tell me how you do it the best. I mean, you've got it instinctually. You have it down.
I'm just saying I have to do the full bit because I can't just throw it out of context. I'm saying if I can say things like accoutrement or parfait or croissant, I'll have a croissant instead of a croissant. Then why is it wrong to say, hey, Gleg, tell me who's on the next podcast? I mean, you're laughing, but these are societal issues that I'm trying to tackle here.
But and you know what? It's funny, but it makes a fucking great point. But you can't, and that's the environment we're living in now, Pimp. Why did I just call you Pimp? That's the environment we're living in now, Pimp.
No, I mean, I'm just listen. I mean, obviously, okay. Look, we're having a little fun here, but like in reality, I get it. It's Western influence, Western civilization influence, it's considered to be beautiful, whereas Oriental civilization is considered not to be beautiful. It's considered to be weird and odd and gross. And that's not right. I'm not saying that's right. I'm I'm just...
Oriental? First of all, that's a rug.
Okay, we've been over that. I don't... fine, I'll say East Asian, but I don't think Oriental is a racial slur.
Well, you
I don't think it's
say it with racial intonation.
It's not about... See, this is the blacks versus Jews thing again. I mean, we come right back to this.
Yeah, circle every week. We circle back around to it every week. And you are antagonizing the issue.
See,
and that's the way you approach it and deal with it, and it's fine. But, you know, I fall for it every time.
I feel like by saying that I'm antagonizing the issue, or however it's pronounced in English, you're calling me a troll with fancy words. And I don't appreciate that. I'm not a troll. I'm a provocateur.
Why don't you ask some of the ladies who you pissed off if you're like a troll on Facebook?
I literally pissed off no one. It's literally only one person who identifies as a woman who said that.
Why did you go there?
Well,
wait a minute. Wait a minute. Is one of the people that had a problem? Are they transitioning into identifying as a woman?
No, I don't. That's the thing. I don't know this person. We're obviously friends on Facebook, so I don't know this person, and she made a comment about how I'm basically I have a highly sexist perspective. That's a quote, and how I'm propagating that in the world.
Should I read it?
No, let's not, because I don't want to call attention to this person, not in a like fuck her kind of way, but
I want to hear her. I want to hear her argument.
I don't know if I can say it publicly. I mean,
it's on Facebook. Publicly. It's on Facebook. So I mean, Facebook. A lot more people are going to read this than are going to listen to me read it. I mean, let's be frank here, okay? We've got 30 fucking subscribers.
Fair enough.
And
all right,
nobody. Well, can people please subscribe?
Yeah.
I don't want to ask like so angrily, but the more we get people subscribing. I mean, you don't have to listen to it if you subscribe.
Just hit the subscribe button.
Just hit the subscribe button. We gotta get out of this. this fucking podcasting. Give me a word, Imran.
Shithole.
Thank you. We got to get out of this podcasting shithole that we're in. We're good.
We got to go national, baby.
We got to go national. We got to go national quick.
This podcast is supported by Zcast. Zcast.co is their web address. They are an app and website. They provide the platform that you're hearing this podcast on. They provide RSS feeds, server space, and links for sharing your podcast. We'd like to thank the folks over at Zcast for their incredible platform and for their constant and undying support of the Greg Wiener podcast. We love you, Zcast. Thank you so much for your hard work, and we look forward to forging a beautiful, professional, profitable, and maybe sexual, but not harassing sexual relationship with you. Thank you, Zcast. This is the Greg Wiener Podcast.
Taste the raw, you guinea bastard.
We now return to the Greg Wiener Podcast with Imran Sheikh.
Okay, so one of the responses to your Facebook.
What now? Before I read this, I want to make clear there are 51 people who responded positively, either laughing or thumbs up, and one or two like love reactions, and one person with a sad face. Sad reaction, and this is the person whose comment I'm going to read. So, just saying, 51 people think what I wrote was funny or amusing or just liked it. Of those 51 people, I did a count. 26 are women. I'm just going to throw that out there.
No, that's good. It supports your argument.
Just going to throw that out there. And now, so this is what this person wrote. Okay. This lighthearted, quote-unquote, who, me, I'm just a red-blooded, all-around nice guy persona in your responses is just smoke and mirrors for a highly sexist perspective. What a shock that you believe people who think your post was gross or offensive are overreacting. You're clearly intelligent. It's obvious in your humor and remarks. So the whole playing innocent and dumb because it suits you don't coalesce. It would only serve to benefit you to start listening when millions of women say they've had enough of men sexually defining, objectifying, and qualifying them. It is over. Stop this ridiculous, antiquated nonsense. It's not funny. It's sexist and absurd. Women are not objects you define as fuckable or not. Lame.
Can I say something? She is using the Me Too movement out of context, okay? Because women love compliments in general. They don't like them from powerful men who manipulate their power to get these girls to do sexual things.
We're not talking about catcalling either, to be clear.
No. We're talking about a respectful, hey, hun, a girl we're going out with on a date. Hey, it's great to see you. You look gorgeous. Like, that's how I give compliments because I respect my mother I don't come on girls' faces because I respect my mother. That's just the type of guy I am, if you want to know. So I don't catcall. I don't disrespect women, ever. And I think rape scenes in movies horrify me at a point in my soul that I never knew existed. That's just the truth. So me and Imran both have nothing but pure respect for women. But I think she takes this post and she takes it out of complete context and totally just uses the movement, the Me Too movement, which is right and true and powerful, and just uses it to whitewash all of society. So what are we as men, and I'm not victimizing myself at all, okay? What are we as men supposed to do when we see a beautiful woman? What would you like us to do?
See, this is the question I had. I there was a post I was reading on Jezebel or something like that, and I remember reading one of the comments. This one commenter was like, "Every dude I've gone out with is an asshole who like who disrespects me and blah blah blah, and like guys are jerks." And I was like, my theory on this is, and I'm open to someone poking holes in this theory, but my theory is, if you're out and you're at a bar or something, or a discoteca or whatever, and you're a woman, and a guy comes up to you and hits on you and asks you out, and you end up going out with that guy, odds are that guy's going to be a dick and disrespect you. Because, and I'll say this, because guys who are aggressive enough and are alpha enough to ask random women out at bars or whatever are alphas and aggressive. And they feel like they're entitled to things. A lot of the time. Not always, a lot of the time. I'm talking about majorities here. And so I feel like that's why then the experience is negative for women. Whereas the guy who won't ask you out, the guy who's a beta and is a nice guy and thinks, oh, she's just, she's very pretty. I would love to ask her out, but she's with her friends. I don't want to bug her. I don't want to be a creep or anything. That guy, you're never going to go out with, and you're never going to know what it's like to be with someone who respects you. Now, I feel like, I say that, but then I also want to make clear that I am not victimizing quote unquote nice guys or propagating this idea that nice guys finish last. I mean, they do. Nice guys do finish last. But like Greg said, I don't want to say that men are victims here. We're not. Down with the patriarchy.
We
Fuck
just
the
don't
patriarchy.
know how to operate in the new society, I think
that's a good way of putting it.
But and again, you and me, we know how to operate because we aren't those alpha males who think they're entitled to touch a girl's ass just because it exists in front of them.
Right.
So I don't really know whose side we're arguing for. We just want to be able to make jokes about it.
I think that's what it gets to. I just want to be able to crack a joke every now and then without. I mean, that's the thing, right? There's a certain merit to people saying, "Oh, you can't make jokes about anything anymore because someone's gonna be offended," or
right.
Everything's a generalization and therefore are racist or bigoted. And there are things that are said that are racist and bigoted for sure, but
we ain't saying them. Okay,
yeah.
There's no white power. There's no, I don't know what else fucking racism. That's not us. We're not those guys. We're a Jew and a Muslim. Okay,
right.
I watched my sister get the shit kicked out of her because she was Jewish, and someone dosed her milk in middle school with Benadryl. Okay,
are you serious?
That's how I grew up. Yes,
really,
in Margate, Florida.
I have to be honest. I've always kind of felt myself kind of like an Uncle Tom, or I've always I've always felt like an Uncle Bilal, as it were, because I've never had, knock on wood,
an Uncle Bilal.
Yeah, it's an old stand-up term I used one time. It's a whole joke thing that I had, but it's kind of true. I've had friends who've been stopped by the NYPD, harassed, and people who have legitimately been victimized, via racism, profiled, but also just straight up victims of random racism, like on the street, like go home, that kind of thing. That stuff hasn't really happened to me, knock on wood, again.
Don't knock on your console. That's, while you're talking. Wow. He's looking into the camera and just knocking. Just seeing how angry I'll get. Okay, you can bang on your desk all you want while you're talking. It's just going to get cut.
Listen, all I'm saying is I made what I thought was a funny comment on Facebook. And one person out of, I'll say 50 people, found it offensive. And, what are you going to do? You can't please all the people all the time.
You know what, though? I did read another person who went off on
Oh,
you.
yes.
Did
Yes,
she
you're
delete
right.
it? Did she delete it?
She has not responded.
I think she completely took you seriously too.
Oh, I think so too. You're right. Yes. We know exactly who. I'm looking at it now. No, that person has not responded, because I responded to that person in a kind of like, what the fuck, kind of let's talk about this kind of way.
Yeah,
and,
but did you do it the way you'd been responding to everyone else?
No.
Just further lighting the flame and fueling the fire.
No, I thought my responses were pretty clever, because people would say, "Ew, gross," and I'd be like, "Whoa, let's respect women." No. I was like, whoa. Let's respect mothers on Mother's Day. All right, let's not call mothers gross. That was my kind of response, and I thought that was kind of clever and funny. It's like turning the tables on what they're saying, and twisting their words a little bit. Which is like a classic comedy bit. I think.
Yeah. Of course it is. It's great. I think you were taken to task rather. You were taken to task for using the term MILF, which stands for Mothers I'd Like to Fuck. Now,
see, why do you have to say it like that?
Because that's what it means. So,
why do you have to say it like mothers I'd like to fuck?
Because
it's mothers I'd like to fuck.
You don't go, fuck you. You go, I'm going to fuck you. Listen to that voice, man.
I actually don't like the F word when it comes to lovemaking. I actually don't like using that word. I really don't.
Why not? So what do you say? Let me make love to you?
Yeah.
Do you ever get laughed out the door? Laughed out of the bed?
It only happened a few times, but I'm pretty sure it was because of other things going on. No, I generally avoid that kind of stuff, but like the one person that I was with who we were chatty Cathy's when we were doing it. It never really came up. She did say it one time to me, F me, and that turned me on like crazy, I have to admit.
Right, yeah.
But I myself don't like saying that. I hate saying that.
Why?
It just feels like it makes it dirty. It makes it déclassé. It makes it beneath. It makes it guttural.
Okay, let me ask you this. What, again, with the déclassé, it's keep dropping it. It's hilarious. And also, I've never seen it or heard it anywhere. I don't think it actually exists. But, we just glossed over this on the last episode, but girls like it a little dirty every once in a while, man. You got to get a little rough with them, and you're like, oh no, I don't like to cuss when I'm in coitus, and I like to stroke their hair, and I won't put my hand by their throat as to scare them with choking.
I don't swear when I'm engaged in intercourse with
when a woman's bosom is out of a blouse. And I won't dare curse out of respect for the titties. I mean, what is it with you? Have you never seen porn? Girls like it every once in a while, not all the time. Like I had one girl who always wanted fuck talk, and it drove me crazy because sometimes I wasn't in the mood for it. But like every once in a while, go ahead.
Can we talk about porn and how? Because Stormy Daniels is in the news all the time, all I want to do is watch porn now. All I want to do. Because here's the thing. Stormy Daniels was huge back in the day. She was huge in the online porn scene.
You knew of her before she became a big story?
I knew when I heard Stormy Daniels, I was like, Stormy Daniels, get out of here, girl. You're in the mainstream news.
Good for you, Stormy. Good for you.
Good for you, Stormy. No, but like what? No, but I also, in full disclosure, I watched her a few times because way back when, internet porn wasn't the like readily available stuff that it is now. I mean, there was a time when I had a dial-up growing up, and so like watching porn was like you had to plan like 4 days in advance, download overnight like a 5-minute clip, all grainy as fuck.
Okay, so you grew up on porn. Right? You've been around porn for years. So what? Did you hold your ears every time a porn star would be like, fucking come on my tits. Bend me over and shove that dick up my ass. What would you do? Would you cringe every time a fucking porn star would curse in the heat of the moment?
I would cover my ears. No, I think if the woman, so my perspective is heterosexual, right? So if a woman says it to me while I'm making love to her, it doesn't bother me. It turns me on. But I feel like me saying it is what it doesn't feel right.
Here's the scenario. You're banging a girl and she's like, yeah.
Let's not say banging. We're making love.
Just focus on the scenario and give me your genuine response.
I will be still.
All right. Oh, Imran. Yeah, you gotta.
She's got a real deep voice.
Imran.
Honey, gotta stop
Imran.
smoking.
Oh, you got a real good fuck rhythm going now. Yeah, you're fucking real good. Oh, you big fat fucking South Asian cock. I like it. Like, she's filthy, dude. She's like, oh God, when we're done. Of course, this is a woman's voice. When we're done, I can't wait to feel that.
Yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead, Greg. What does she say?
When we're done, I can't wait to feel that post-sex piss burn I always get out of my urethra. Oh, yeah, fuck yeah. Oh, are you going to put it in my fart pipe? And so what do you say to that? She's beautiful. You guys click. You get along so well. She makes curry. She plays the violin. She fucking loves essays from the bottom of her heart. What do you say?
She speaks French.
She speaks French, thanks. What do you say?
That's the thing. I'm not good at that. So I just be like, oh yeah, good. I'm glad you're enjoying this. Yeah. Oh, I'm going full force right now. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, it's fat, huh? Let's not say fat. Let's say big bones. Let's like, oh yeah.
Yeah, but she's talking about your dick.
Yeah, it's big. It's big. It's
so
big.
You would get offended and correct her mid
it's
coitus?
Mostly muscle. My dick can't be fat. It's muscle. There's no fat down there.
So you're gonna nitpick her fuck talk?
I mean,
while you're in mid humping, when she's complimented you on your fuck rhythm, she can't. She's so excited that the sex is going great. She's looking forward to the post-sex piss because it's got that extra little burn in the urethra.
Can we talk about what the fuck you're talking? What is this post-sex piss? What are you talking about?
What do you mean? What am I talking about? Everyone goes to the bathroom after they fuck. They pee because they have to pee most of the time.
Is that what they're doing?
Yeah, if you have a healthy bladder and prostate and whatever the women have, I think I just picked a booger out of my nose. What? Are you kidding me? You're supposed to take a piss after you nut, bud. I'm teaching you about sex education right now on the podcast.
Wait,
this is episodes. Serious? Are you serious?
Like,
dude, look at my face. Look at my face. Look at my face. Do I look like I'm being ironic?
No. Wait, no. Wait, because this I want to learn here. I know women usually go to the bathroom. I assume they're going there to look in the mirror and be like, what have I done? Oh my God, what have I done? Can I go back in time? Or just, general self-flagellation of some sort. That's what I assume is going on.
Soul-crushing, bone-crushing regret, yeah. Well,
right, maybe trying to vomit, induce vomiting, I don't know. That's what I assumed was always going on. But you're telling me they're going in there because they're compelled by their bodies to have to pee. And not only do they have to pee, it burns when they piss?
Well, I added that as a little color. That just popped into my head, and it was so specific that I thought, you know what, I got to add this. And that's why I stopped talking. I couldn't get it out because it tickled me. Yeah, dude, you're supposed... Well, women, yeah, it's helpful, and you're supposed to because women get UTIs, pretty bad UTIs, so yeah.
They just have to flush out their cooters, is what you're saying.
So you're okay saying cooters, but not fuck?
I mean, not during sex. I wouldn't say, oh, baby, your cooter feels real nice. I wouldn't say that. A lozenge? Marty, get yourself a lozenge.
Nah, it's all right. We're almost done. I don't want to get up. We should do the Jews watching us podcast.
Great, Marty. They're talking over each other again. Get your things, Marty. We're getting out of here.
Getting out of here. I think it just works in that moment in the theater. It doesn't. There's no Jews watching podcasting. old Jews watching podcasting, critiquing it.
Right, because Greg and I started doing these older characters who would come see theater and just lambaste the show while watching it, and then would get so fed up by the most mundane things that they would just get up and leave.
Well, and it got to a point where they were just so miserable that they couldn't even make it through the curtain speech before one of them would be like, "Oh, Marty, get your things. We're going. I don't want to see this anymore. I'm just so disgusted."
We just got here. What are you talking about, Ethel? Just get your things, Marty. I've had enough.
Get your things. You're done. And Marty, you sleep through most of these. I'm always wondering if you're dead or alive. I'm sick of the panic. Let's go. Get your things. We're leaving.
You did provide great joke.
Oh, yeah. I gotta stop coughing, man. I got a date later.
Yeah. Oh, that's the worst. You're trying to mac it with someone and...
And I'm coughing.
I'm not looking at you. But yeah, getting back on topic here.
What topic? Which one? Fuck talk? Facebook?
Stormy Daniels in the news has gotten me looking at porn a lot because I think of Stormy Daniels. I see Stormy Daniels. I flash back to when I was a young man discovering my body on the internet using dial-up and seeing Stormy Daniels. And I'll say this. I stopped watching Stormy Daniels stuff because she's fake. She's got a fake set of yabos.
Yeah, but it sounds like you had a history with her. Did she have regular titties before she went fake yabos?
No, I mean, you work with the tools you got, right? I mean, so like I said, I had dial-up. I didn't have access to the plethora of porn that is available these days. I mean, these days you can specify what you need, when you need it. Mm-hmm. Back then, you got what you got. You know, it was like it was a step. It was like finding your dad's Playboys under the mattress or whatever, but only online. It's whatever the majority found to be appealing at the time that you found. But yeah, no, it freaks me out because I stopped watching porn for a little bit because it gets too much. Because I feel like anytime I watch porn, then I don't want to talk to people or go out or anything. Yeah, because it's like I'm satisfied. I'm good. I don't give a shit.
Well, and then the other thing is you nut too quickly unless you make a whole night out of it.
I make a whole night out of it.
Smart. Sure you do. So, listen, that's it. I'm pulling the plug on us.
For going on break?
No, I'm saying this is the end. We're supposed to be recording the faux ending of the episode. This is the end of the recording for this episode.
Goodbye, everybody. Have a good one. Rate, share, like, and subscribe. Thanks, Matt Pavoni.
Okay, that's good enough. Bye, bitches.
Bye.
Bye.
This has been a broadcast of the Greg Wiener Podcast, brought to you by Greg Wiener Productions, Inc. Copyright 2018.
Please rate, review, and subscribe. Seriously, please subscribe for the love of Christ. Rate and review, please. Please. Thank you. God bless. Jehovah loves you. I'm Oprah Wiener.